Hello and welcome to FountainFX on Monday the 24th of March 2014. Looking at the daily chart of the Euro US dollar, we can see that price reached this high of around about the 139.50. Just below that, the 139.40. It's turned, it's fallen, pulled back, and it's fallen again. On Friday, we had a minor pullback, which is expected. End of the week, people taking profit from those that shorted and made some gains during those two very profitable days. And then with the market open this morning, we were looking at the price at the 138 dead, and price has since risen ever so slightly above that and turned and fallen again. So if we take a quick look at news, we'll see what came out at 10 o'clock and 10:30 this morning. And at 10 o'clock this morning, we had French flash manufacturing news, which was positive. If it's below 50, it means the manufacturing is shrinking in the country. If it's above 50, it's very positive news. So that was extremely positive information, just to see that it's risen above the 50 mark for the French. So the French economy is starting to grow. However, at 10:30, we had the German flash manufacturing news, and that shrunk. That was less than what was forecast. So there's a shrinkage of the German economy, which is not necessarily good news for the European economy, because Europe really rides on the shoulders of Germany. So let's just go back and have a look in a smaller time frame on the charts to see how that impacted the market today. So if we look at the 1 hour chart, we can see that price on Friday just went sideways after the big decline on Thursday. We had a bit of a nice doji formation here and a fall of the price, but overall not a lot of movement on Friday in terms of the market. With regards to the news that came out today, that's when this doji formed. Well, there was a doji just before it, and then there was a spinning top which formed on the 1 hour chart. One thing to note is that the G7 summit is happening all day today. It's emergency talks to do with the crisis in the Ukraine, so that may be another reason why the markets are sort of relatively flat today in terms of movement. Although, in all honesty, the movement or the trade today was off this news. If you can see, price rallied all the way up to just above the 138.20, and then from that fell all the way down to the 137.60. So that was a 60-point trade there. You could have taken a good 40-45 points off. Now if we go into a smaller time frame, and we can see very clearly on the 15-minute chart that news came out that was positive towards the euro based on the French news, and that pushed price all the way up. That's what caused it to rise above the 138.20. We then subsequently had a doji while everyone was waiting for the news to come out about the German economy, and that was released at 10:30, which was the close of this candlestick, and subsequently that's where price then fell. So how could we have traded this? Well, let's go and have a look at 5-minute chart. And if we look at the 5-minute chart, there's various opportunities that we could have taken looking at the 5-minute chart. Before the European Open, price was very quiet this morning. We were looking at a descending triangle formation here off the support at the bottom and declining resistance. Break of this triangle at this point was confirmation of an uptrend. So we could have bought at this point here, the 137.98, and would have been on the right side of the market with the positive news from France pushing us all the way up here. With the close on this bearish candlestick here, we would have looked to have got out, which is the 137.17, the 138.17. So that would have been a trade from 137.98 to 138.17, so 19 points. We'd have then waited at that point and looked at the fact that this was really just a pullback on this uptrend, but it was confirmation on this second area where price couldn't continue. The bulls couldn't continue to push up and even equal this previous high at the 138.21. So that's confirmation of the short. If you didn't short off this doji that formed right here, then you could have placed a sell order, a sell stop just below this area of support. With the break of that, maybe a 138.11, but if you want to err on the conservative side, 138.10. So sell at that point and get caught up by that downtrend, that downwards movement off the negative German news. And if we run from high to high to high, we then have a nice trend line running down here at the break of the trend line here, with the 137.70. That's when we'd have got out of that trade. So therefore we'd have taken it from 138.10 down to 137.70, 40 points of profit for a very small risk of around about, if you'd have put your stop above there, 10 points. So 10 points of risk, giving you a 40 point of profit. So you'd have made 20 points, well, just under 20 points in this way, and then 40 points that way. So 60 points in one day. Not a bad bit of trading. And all the best with your trading, and talk to you tomorrow from FountainFX. Goodbye.